Hey everybody, it's Anthony here on EduPower Tools, and I'm going to take you through the process of setting up and recording a screencast using Screencastify. So in a previous video, I've already gone through the steps to set up a Screencastify account and make sure that your browser's all set up and ready to go. So I'm assuming that you've done all those steps. If you haven't done all those steps, check out that video to make sure that you're all set up with the Screencastify extension in Google Chrome. So as you see here in this browser, I have my Screencastify extension installed. When I click on the extension, now that it's all set up, it's going to bring me a little pop-up window with some options. And here you see what the options are. I can choose to record my browser tab, which would just allow me to record within this single browser tab. I can record my entire desktop, which will show everything on my desktop, everything that's on my screen. And I can choose to just have it be webcam only, so it's just a video of me. And so if I wanted to just do something explaining something, or just a quick message, a little hi, how you doing to my students or something like that, I can choose to do webcam only for that. For microphone, you want to make sure the microphone is turned on, and you want to make sure that when you're speaking that you see this little colored line going up and down. That means your voice is registering. If it's too low, or if it's not coming up very high, you want to make sure you turn the volume up on that, and you can adjust those settings here. You can adjust the slider to have it make sure that it's getting pretty high up. If you see red occasionally, that's fine. That means it's getting a good clear recording of your voice. If it's too low, you'll see that it's only going down up a little bit. That's not, you want it to be going up a little bit higher than that. So usually the default setting is fine, but sometimes you need to tweak that a little bit. Okay, and then the other thing is if you want, you can have your webcam embedded. So that's how you get that little square down in the bottom right-hand corner here. And we're going to make sure that we use the camera. Usually it's just the camera that's built into the device, but if you have multiple cameras, you can select which camera you want to do there. So once I have done that, I can hit record. Now before I do that, there's a couple of other things up here. If you want to get to the other videos that you've already recorded, you're going to click on this button here. So when I click on that button, it's going to open a new tab, and it's going to bring me to the Screencastify dashboard, my recordings dashboard here. So these are all the recordings that I've made in Screencastify. The other things are little notifications. So it gives me the notifications here, updates to the app and whatnot. Settings. So I can click on settings, and it's going to give me some advanced settings here. We just leave those alone generally. And then record for app. What is record for app? Oh, so this is going to send the Screencastify recordings to Wakelet. So there are other apps you can connect with it. The only one that I have connected is Wakelet. I don't generally use that very much, but it's an option there if you need it. All right, so anyway, I'm going to click record, and it's going to start the screencast recording. And you see that you've got the little window that pops up here with my picture on it. It's asking me to share my screen. This is important because you need to make sure that you're sharing the screen for anything to show up. So I'm going to click on the thumbnail of my screen there, and then I'm going to click the blue share button. This is a very similar process if you've ever done Google Meet and you want to present your screen. It's the same kind of process that you do there. You got to click the screen and then click share. So now it is saying that I've got 3 seconds, 2, 1. Now it's recording my screen. So it's recording my voice, it's recording the video of me. While I'm recording, I have access to some tools here. So here I can pause the recording. So when I pause the recording, it's going to allow me to get my act together. If I need to review the script or whatever, or change a setting or something like that, I can do that, and then I can continue. Or if I made a horrific error and I want to stop, and restart it, then I can click restart recording. Or if I just want to end the recording right now, I don't have time to do this, I'm going to do it later, you can end the recording there. I'm going to continue recording. And the next thing is your mouse pointer. So your mouse pointer, you can choose to have it highlight clicks. So when I click on something, you see you get that little red circle that pops up. The other thing I can do is I can choose to hide the cursor when it's not moved. So if I stay put and I don't move, the cursor will go away, which is kind of a neat feature. And then the other thing is to focus the mouse. So this is kind of neat because it gives you like a little spotlight. Okay. All right, those are the different pointer options. I'm going to leave it on highlight clicks for now, and I'm going to turn off focus mouse. You just click it to turn it on, click it to turn it off. Very straightforward. I can use my pen to mark up my screen. Okay. I can use my eraser to get rid of that. Okay. And I can choose to turn on or off my webcam. So I can turn it off if you don't want to see my face anymore. I can turn it off or turn it back on. And then the last tool here is to hide tools. So I can click that, but notice there's a little pop-up that says hide tools option T. So if I lose that, it's not easy to get that back if you forget what that keyboard shortcut is. So I'm going to click X, and then I'm going to click option T, and it's going to come back. So just remember that little shortcut. So if you do want to get rid of the tools there, you can get it back easily enough. I find, to be honest, that while I'm recording, I don't think fast enough to use these tools very often. So take some planning. So as part of your script, when you're preparing yourself to get ready for a screencast, if you want to make sure that you use these tools, or there's something that's really important that you want to highlight and you want to make use of those tools, make sure you prep yourself for that. And feel free to re-record yourself doing it. So if it doesn't quite work out right the first time, erase it and keep on recording because you'll be able to edit that out later on. All right, so those are the tools that are available during recording. When you're done with recording, you're going to go up to the Screencastify extension icon, and you are going to click stop, and that's going to stop the recording. You can also do that from down here, but I just kind of get in the habit of doing that. So you're going to hit stop, and then what's going to happen is it's going to bring up another tab with the recording that you just made. It's going to process it for a few seconds, and then you have some options here. You can open it up in the editor, or if you're happy with the recording and you want to share it right away, you can go for that through that. I'm going to go through the editing features in another video and sharing features in another video after that. So if you need help doing either of those things, stay tuned for those. Otherwise, I hope you found this helpful, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions at all or need any more help with Screencastify, anything Google related or any tech related issues. I'm happy to help out whenever I can. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.